Okay, so in this lesson we are going to look at Master Crowleys. We're going to look at some variations on the original tune. The original tune that appears in the Falkirk Open Session Book Volume 2 is a straight reel. It's all eighth notes, other than two crotchets that appear, so it's a very straight tune where all the notes are very consistent. I'll play it through slowly for you now. Just so you can hear the tune if you're learning this for the first time. So in terms of fingers, your first fingers are playing your second fret here, your second finger is playing fourth fret, and your third finger is playing fifth fret for the A section. That changes slightly in the B section where your little finger is going to go up to seventh fret. Here's the A section, just played nice and slowly. Repeats. And the B section, first finger to 2 and your little finger's going out to that 7. And that's the original tune. So I'll just show you that now over the backing track and up to speed. So that's the original tune that we are working from. So now we're going to look at some variations. So it's just where we've got those straight eighth notes throughout that whole tune. What we're going to do is we're going to throw in some extra notes in between those eighth notes just to create some sort of flourishes and a bit more interest within the tune. So to start off with, I'm going to play the A section with the first set of variations in it. So we're starting with exactly the same fingers. If you want to get used to the fingers to start off with, you can start by doing this little exercise where you're going to go 4th fret on that low string, then open D, first finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 5th fret, then bring it back down, and then open, and then 2nd finger to that 4th fret again, 1st finger to 2nd fret, and then open, and then back up, and just do that. Just a good way of just playing that around a few times to get your fingers in the right place. So those are the notes we're going to be using for the A section and the right fingers. So to throw in this first variation, then I'm going to play through the A section really slowly. Hopefully you'll hear where these variations are. So we go. Okay, so that is the A section with the variations in it. First variation is at halfway through the first bar, so we've got that 4, 2, open, and then we've got 2 open 4, okay, that's that first bar. Second bar, we go. Okay, so the variation comes slightly later there, so you go. That's the same as the original tune, and then open 4, and then the 5 open, which kind of leads into the next line. So that's that second bar then. So second bar just running around slowly. And the third bar is the same as the first bar. So and the last bar in the A section, so this is the fourth bar, there's just an extra bit on the end, so we're going to go, that's your crotchet, that note there, so that's one you hold slightly longer, and then just 4, 4, so that's 2, 4, and then open, which either brings it round back to the beginning or leads it into the B section quite nicely. So I'll play that A section around with those variations in nice and slowly now. So here we go. 2, 3. Section round twice. So that's set 1 of variations for the A section. Now for the B section, we're going to be adding in a note at the end of the first bar and the end of the third bar, and then there's a little bit at the end, but the rest of it all stays the same. So we've got our normal, and then it's at this point, just at the end of that first bar, where we're going to do a, whereas before all we were doing was, now we're just going to go, which seems like a very small thing. It almost seems slightly pointless to worry about throwing in such a small note between two that are the same anyway. But that kind of added rhythm, that's what kind of gives your playing a little bit more finesse, I suppose. So you're going to go. Okay, so that's the only difference in that first 2 bars of the B section. And the second 2 bars of the B section, it's the same. So hanging on that crotchet, and then at the end we've got this little 4-note phrase that again is either going to run the first time bar on the tablature there, is going to run you back to the beginning of the B section, which goes. So that's 2nd fret on the A string, it's your B note, and the open A, and that 4th fret on the D string, and back up to that open A. So back up to that open A, which brings you into the beginning of the B section, which starts on that B. So you go. That last note there being the first note of the B section. So I'll do that B section around with that ending on it. So here we go. So we go. So then the second time round you play the B section, it's almost exactly the same, but we're going to go 2, open, and then 4, and then open D string at the end. So, which is going to bring us back into that low B, which is where the A section starts. So when you're repeating around. Okay, so I'll play the B section with that ending on it now. So we go. Okay, and then I'll stick the two together. So we go. The A section. So those are all the variations, just for that first set of variations. Just throwing in those extra notes there to give your playing something a little bit extra on this tune, where it's such a straight sort of reel. It's just using notes out of the scale. There's the E minor scale, so same notes as G major. So very common notes to be playing around with, and it's just sort of throwing those ones in there in the right places, just generally used to lead into another part quite often, but those variations can really bring something out in quite a straight tune. So I'll show you that now over the backing track and up to speed, and then we'll have a look at the second lot of variations.